Okay. Hello, Facebook world. Just going to clean off my glasses because as I'm getting ready to do a live, I realize that my glasses are pretty gross. I'm alive! It has been way too long since I've done a Facebook Live video, and I missed you guys. So now that I'm better from bronchitis and actually have a voice, I figured I gotta jump back on. So I'll just clean up my glasses. If you guys can hear me okay, give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Hello, hello, hello. Just cleaning my glasses. So yeah, give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I just want to make sure that the sound is good and that you can hear me good and that my internet is working good. It's not cutting me out. Sometimes there's spots in my house, gives me a hard time. How are you all on this fabulous Tuesday? What is up, everybody? Thumbs up. Let me know you can hear me. Let me know that you're happy that spring is here, even though it kind of snowed in our area. Not sure if you guys got snow where you're at. I know peeps from Cappenhurst, I think we woke up to some nice snow. What about Cochrane peeps? Yeah? Wherever you guys are from. So today I decided I want to jump on, first of all, because I missed you all. So I'm so happy that I'm actually alive and I got my voice back. It's amazing how you like start praying when you just, you don't realize and appreciate something when you have it, and then like my health, and then you wake up sicker than a dog, you think you're dying, and then you start praying to yourself saying like, oh my gosh, if I get my health back, I'm gonna honor myself even better. You guys got snow too, Megan? Oh, snow, but it is spring. Spring is here. That means summer's closer. Cannot wait for summer. So, I decided, spring. Let's talk about it, everybody. You beautiful, beautiful ladies. Oh, thank you. I feel alive. That's what it is. It's the lighting. No. Seeing that it is spring, you guys better be prepared. All those spring detoxes and quick fixes are probably already hitting your news feeds. And yo, listen, if you're watching this video and you sell these products, this is not a diss to you whatsoever. I just want you to sit and listen to the message that I'm going to share at the behind message, okay? Because yes, I do have friends or I know close people who do sell things. Hey, whatever, right? Like, we can disagree. We can agree to disagree and still be respectful towards each other. That is not what I'm about. I'm not about bashing ideas and things like that. Not at all. I'm all full of the love. My backhand message, though, is one that's super important, and I just want everybody to understand that, hey, I miss you, Rebecca. I miss you too. My backhand message is, if you don't love yourself now, what makes you think you're going to love yourself when you get to your perceived goal? Okay, so this is just a question that I want you to reflect upon. I can speak from experience, and I've been coaching women for years. I've been doing it online since 2015, officially under Feed That Glow, but I was doing it 2 years prior. So I have experience as well as personal experience. And just from chatting with close girlfriends and things like this, that I realized that even though you think that you're going to really like what you're getting, you might not. You cannot hate yourself into loving yourself. So this is just basically the prime message that I want to deliver to you today. So hey, your news feed is blowing up because bikini body season is coming. Everybody start panicking. Let me just tell you right now, you have a body. Throw a bikini on, own your shit, get it done, right? There is nothing wrong with your body. We live in a society that is totally photoshopped and it's easy with the filters. I mean, I've been showing videos to show you girls like what I look like when I want to flex and look lean, and what I look like real life, and what I look like when I'm bloated, like because of hormones, that it is so easy to Photoshop and filter and to just even everything on our social medias. We're always, you know, curating the best stuff, which is okay. I get it. I mean, it would suck if all I did was bitch on this page. My life sucks. My life, you girls wouldn't come to visit me, right? So no, like I get it. We're going to curate. We're going to share the prime highlights of life. Get it. But just realize that you cannot compare your journey to somebody else who's been doing it longer, or somebody else who's trying it from a different approach, right? And everybody's body is different. That's nothing wrong with that. So my main prime message of this is, if you don't love yourself now, what makes you think you're going to love yourself when you get to those results? Okay? So just straight up, this is just for you to reflect upon. I can tell you, I hated myself even more when I was at my perceived body weight. Yeah, I probably looked okay, but I can tell you I was more insecure, I had more anxiety, and I just picked myself apart. So I wasn't really in the moment of enjoying the body that I was living in, because I found that that was the only thing I had to offer the world, was my body. Okay? And if it wasn't perfect, then it was not good enough. So I would just look at my body at that time in my life as individual body parts. This is where it is wrong. It is a cognitive distortion, and we all have it. You see a perceived flaw, and that is all your mind is going to focus on. You're just going to see it, see it, see it, and it just gets bigger in your head. And it's not even true, okay? I miss you guys too. Oh, girl, I miss you, Nat. So, that aside, let's talk about learning to love yourself through the process, because really, you can't hate yourself into loving yourself. You cannot earn self-love. It's not pounds on the weight dropping from your scale that's going to make you worthy enough of your own time and love. It's not, okay? So I'm living the same life. I'm just taking my socks off. I'm living the same life as you girls. I'm living the same life, the same stresses, the same pressures, the same, you know what? You just have to come to a point where you're like, F it, okay? I'm going to do me, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. So, while your news feed is blowing up, that's awesome. Another thing, if you're into these products, like, please, I respect you, but if you are just fresh into it, come and talk to me in 3 months' time, okay? I really love when people get all hyped up and motivated on things. That's awesome, but get the experience to back it, okay? And I want your experience, not the person that's selling you the product under your scheme or whatever the heck it is. I want you to share me your experiences, right? So give me a good 3 months, then come back, okay? So like, if it works for you, sweet, I'm proud of you, come back in 3 months, okay? And all through the process, make sure that you're loving yourself, okay? It's got to come from you. You got to be a self-love soldier. So, back it up. Process. What is the one thing that you girls need to have for any goal? Any goal. We talk a lot about body love and things like this, but it could be about going back to school, getting out of debt. I'm working on that one right now. You know, any goal, you for sure at the beginning will be motivated. You're going to be all pumped up, life is good, life is good. Then you start trucking along and you're like, this isn't happening as fast as I wanted to. This really sucks. You start looking around. You start comparing. Why is it easier for that person? And why is it not easy? Like, why am I struggling? And, you know, and another thing, ladies, we don't live in a world where it's zero sum, meaning if somebody else is being successful, that you're going to be less successful. Okay? It's not a pie. Okay? It's abundance. So if you find yourself looking at everybody else and thinking, oh, and it makes you feel like you're less than, I'm going to tell you right away, eyes down in your own lane. And if you're on social media and there's pages and things that you see that you think are motivating you, but you leave feeling, I don't know, even worse about yourself or criticizing yourself more, you're going to go back and you're going to go and unfollow, okay? Do yourself that favor, because you're just falling down a rabbit hole, and you should never want to compare to anybody else, because there's nobody else that has the same gifts and talents as you, okay? So throughout the process, you're going to need patience, okay? Patience. So you're going to fuel that patience, of course, with love, okay? Because you can't hate yourself into loving yourself. And you're going to fuel that as well with consistency. So if you're consistent and consistent and consistent in a healthy way, right? And healthy weight, ladies, because I know we talk a lot about weight, but I know most of us struggle with that. Healthy weight and a healthy weight and a healthy life, they're not equal to the same thing, okay? So it's not a number that's going to make you healthy, okay? If you don't have a healthy mindset and a healthy heart, but you have what appears to be a healthy body, you know, ultimate health comes from mindset, heart, soul. You realize that you're more than your body and you can offer the world more than your body, okay? So you're going to work on your patience. Patience is hard, trust me. I struggle with that. Any moms up in the house? Give me thumbs up, right? Patience, it is hard, yo. But you can't get anywhere in life without patience. You have to be patient. You can be aggressively patient, so continuously working towards this goal. Yeah, thumbs up, I'm loving it. And consistent, right? And respect, and again, all fueled with love. Now, let me paint a picture for you. I'm loving these thumbs up, girls. You're awesome. Let's paint this picture. Let's talk about an acorn, okay? So you have an acorn. Now, we know that that acorn is going to grow up into a big ass tree. But you look at that acorn and you're like, oh my God, there's a tree in there? So what do? You plant it. To plant it, you have to put it in proper soil. It's got to be fertilized. You need to make sure it's got enough sun, it's got enough water, it's got enough of the support in its environment to flourish and grow, right? But what do? So this acorn, we're going to reflect it as our goal. We stick it in the soil, we water it, we have, I'm going to say not always the best kind of environmental support, because a lot of the time what the messages we say to ourselves out in our head, if we're said out loud, would be abusive. So it's not always the best environment, but I mean, we're going to say it's about half and half, okay? So it's about 50%. Then what happens? We trek along, we're looking at it. Grow, grow, grow. Come on. I'm impatient. I want it now. So then we decide, oh my God, so-and-so's tree is already blooming. It's already sprouting. Like, something's wrong with my earth. What do? We go and we dig it up. We dig it up. So that nice goal that was already starting to flourish, but you can't see it, you dig it up. Now what? So you've dug up something that's already started to sprout. Can you dig it? Can you replant it? You know what I mean? So you have to look at it like that. So your goal, you're going to take your goal, you're going to look at it like an acorn. Okay, so it's not a timeline. If we're working on any goal that you want, if you're working for health and wellness, it is not a finish line. You're always going to be striving to better yourself. At least you should until the day you die. If you're working towards a goal for school, hey, you're going to have times where you're studying for and feeling like nothing's going in anymore. If you're working on debt repayment, like, hello, that's where I'm at right now. That is my goal. You're seeing all the nice little flashy things, people, new cars, trips and things, and you're like, oh, what's wrong with me? You know, you start questioning your goal. So your goal is an acorn. You plant it, you water it, it's got the sun, 50% of a supportive environment, right? Now that I've said that, I really want you guys to think, if you were to flourish that environment and have it surrounded in a really positive environment, it would nourish that much more. Okay, so I coach women all the time, and it's always the same thing. You cannot hate yourself into loving yourself. So I know it's hard, especially in a world where, you know, if you think that you like yourself, people will think that you're conceited. You know what? I don't see anything wrong with a little bit of vanity, because I know that we're not. But what is wrong with saying, damn, I look like I look good today? You know, there's a difference between a bit of vanity and conceitedness, okay? So if we are trying to pump ourselves up in a world that keeps feeding us messages that we're not enough, like, you have to be able to go against that, right? And I mean, clearly the way we've been doing things for years is not working, okay? And your goal, women, in life, your only goal in life should not be to get smaller and smaller and smaller. okay? I want you to take up all the space in your body and all the space in your world and to share it, okay? So if you can't stay focused and present in your own body because you're constantly looking at everybody else's body, then where are you working on your gifts and your talents, right? Hey, Jose. So we're talking about that. It's an acorn. So I want you now, once we get off, to go and write what your goal is, because it's been proven that people who write down what their goals are, and they're very specific, and it can't just be weight loss, okay? It's got to be specific. So it's very specific, and then you're going to ask yourself the 5 whys. So why? Hello, Ken. I feel awesome because of your oil. The 5 whys of why you want this goal. Then there's going to be a more of an emotional charge to help you get to the how you're going to achieve it. So your why has to be, I'm going to say, a good 80 to 90%. Your why, that's your goal, like why you want that goal. And then the rest, that 10 to 20% of the how, is going to happen because it's driven. And if you've written it down and you've done the 5 whys, you know, and I don't know if people have seen that experience, but I did that. I've been saying for years that I want to get good at pull-ups and pistol squats, and I want to do some parallettes. I've been saying that for years. I've been saying the same dang goal for years. And then finally I sat down and I'm like, you know what? I coach this. Why don't I do this 5 whys too? Because I thought my ultimate why was because I wanted some cool party tricks. And it came out that when I asked my first why, it was, you know, I don't even know if I still have that. But essentially you ask yourself why you want whatever. So if we take, I don't know, weight loss. Why do you want to lose weight? Well, because I want to feel good. Well, why do you want? Because I want to fit in my clothes. Why do you want to fit in your clothes? Well, because then I feel more comfortable. Why do you want to feel comfortable? So you see what I mean? Every answer you give, you're going to ask a why to that specific answer. And you go deep and you go deep. So when I came back to why do I want to learn parallettes and why do I want to learn pistols and pull-ups, it came down to I want to learn ultimate patience at working towards something hard. You know, and I was like, whoa, damn, man. That was something I was not expecting. So your why has to be huge. And then the how, that's easy. So once I figure that out, I've put it into my agenda. It is in my routine. I've been practicing. Not in a while because I was sick the last 2.5 weeks, but it is there. You know, those foundations are there. And I know that I can't hate myself for being a beginner. You have to allow that process to grow like that acorn, right? So, and I mean, what kind of an awesome example is that for us to learn? Like once we channel it into that kind of an example, you can understand it that much more. And it's easy for those who are teaching children or who have kids. It's easy to show them how they can work hard towards a goal. So it comes down to that little acorn. So if your goal is that acorn and you dig it, you dig a nice spot for it, you plant it, it's seasons. So there's a season for planting, a season for growing, and then you can harvest it. You can't just show up and say, okay, I'm ready. Come on, I'm ready. It's not ready. Do you know what I mean? You don't show up like that. You have to allow the process of growing, right? And for it to tell you when it's ready. So for all these timeline goals and stuff like that, I'm going to say remove the pressure. Like, remove the pressure. You know, it's not life or death. You can't hate yourself into loving yourself, and you can't hate the process into liking the process. You have to find something good about it now, right? So if you're doing stuff that you don't like doing, don't do it. You know? Why? Why make yourself miserable? You don't like running, don't run. There's other things to do. There's other ways to honor your body. There's other things that you can do that, you know, and I mean, this is not for me to say you don't like your job, quit your job. Like, that's just irresponsible. But in regards to your goals, if you don't like working towards something, it's okay to let it go. Sometimes we have goals that we've held on to for so long that we don't even realize that it's okay to say, nah, that's not serving me anymore. If it's not serving you, say goodbye. You know, there's no goal police. So that was pretty much the message I wanted to talk about, as all your news feeds are going to start pumping up with the whole spring fling, get that summer body, right? I want you to know that in this moment right now, you are worthy. You are awesome. You are, our looks, that's not the only thing we have to offer the world, okay? Why don't we start working at being, working at sharing what we know and working at sharing what we love, singing, dancing, whatever. Never wear pants again. That's awesome. If you get fired, that ain't my problem, girl. Actually, no, you'd probably get more clients. Guaranteed. But as your news feeds flood up with, telling you that you're not enough and your body's not good enough. And there's actually an ad today that I saw for yoga pants, and it was something like your bum but better. I'm trying to remember what company it was. Actually, it's not even important. But it was like, wow, this is the world we live in, where you can't even just buy a pair of pants because they're comfortable. You have to buy them because there's something wrong with your bum. So let's make it look better. You see what I'm saying? Once you see that the way that society has formulated its message, and the message is always the same, that you're not enough, then you can stand and hear it, and you can see it for yourself. Then you're aware. Now you have tools to fight back. And by being like a self-love soldier, isn't that not like the ultimate test to say, like, who says that I'm flawed? Who said that cellulite and wrinkles and stretch marks and loose skin was bad? Who said that? So if we all have it, why are we all trying to hide it? And why do we all feel bad because we look like this? Like, what is healthy about that? Nothing. So revolt. That's what your body looks like. Own it. The sessiness, there's nothing more beautiful than sessiness. A woman who in her own being takes up all her space and owns it. To me, that's amazing, So I want that kind of confidence. I want to see all you ladies walking because you are all fabulous in this moment. So if you're wondering if you need to jump on certain products or try out certain programs or whatever, the first thing I want you to ask yourself is it really for you, and why are you doing it? Okay, so are you doing it for the right reasons? Are you doing it because you're not worthy of love right now, but maybe you'll be worthy of love in 5 pounds? Okay, so again, this is not to diss anybody. I just find that we got to clear this air. Okay, you can try whatever. I mean, I sell programs. But there's no such thing as the perfect program, the perfect meal plan, the perfect doesn't exist. Okay, so the pressure's gone. So yeah, that was pretty much it. I'm so happy that I got to get on live with you ladies. And I'm so happy that Amanda's not going to wear pants anymore. But yeah, focus on this language. Ask yourselves those questions. Think of that acorn. Think of the earth you're going to plant it in, and then nourish it. Nourish it with patience and compassion and love, okay? And consistency. And soon enough, you will have your tree, okay? There's no finish line. So with that, I'm going to say peace, love. Actually, right before I say that, shameless plug, Glorious Glutes. I have another free workout going out tomorrow. So I can put the link in this description. For any ladies that are on this program, like, join them. I'm going to say I have a good 60 women in that list right now. And they're giving me feedback, and I am loving it. So it is a boot camp that is free. It's been free all of March. Every Wednesday, I send out the videos. Send me back feedback, and then when I open up Glorious Glutes in April, it's a 6-week program, those women are getting a sweet discount. And I mean, you can still do the free stuff and not pay a thing and not get into the boot camp. Just take it for fun, okay? Do the free stuff. See if you like to move your body the way that I'm teaching it. And if not, hey, you tried it, right? So think of your acorns, write down your goals, love yourselves because you're worthy right now in this minute. Got it? Peace, you glorious, beautiful women.